brother used to hide 100 the hatchback. Partner used to bust a couple scams off of Snapchat. Shorty tryna come up on the bands cause of that. We don't give a Uncle Sam if you ask that. Where the cash at? Can I talk my...
Come on.
That other side.
The Oakley way.
Hey.
C5.
Can't nobody do me like...
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New Orleans Saints. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Levis will look to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And his first look is incomplete. Well, for the Titans in 2023, they figure to be a team that battles for a division title. At least that's what it looks like from my vantage point, Charles. What do you think needs to go right for them to win the AFC South?
I think some retooling, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And when you start with the offensive line, their pride and joy, they've got to rebuild that part of the team, because that's the engine that makes their offense run. Everything comes off the fact that their offensive line usually controls the line of scrimmage.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Levis now off of play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Saints' 3rd-round pick back in April. It's Kendre Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Miller. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Wait.
Throwing, Winston. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before the 35. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 33, here's second down and 7.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, 17.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Olave motioning to the left. On the counter, it's Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But the two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. So the pick six, and now Levis right back to the air. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. There he goes, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 44 yards for him on the ground in his first quarter. He has been tremendous to start the new year. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Running left is Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Winston, he's going to audible to something else. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Brian Brzee. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Levis now on 2nd down. Got his man, Okonkwo. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. And shoving his way inside the 35. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Draw play. This is Miller. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Wait.
Here's Winston. Well, he gets it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Oh, and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a toss running left. This is Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Kendre Miller with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. The point after, good by Groupie. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Now Levis. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Levis. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And
everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Olave motioning to the left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Keep bringing it. Stay in there. Stop.
They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Winston now from the 50. Got a man complete to Miller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Wait.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Second half begins with a run from Miller. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Winston. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Inside handoff now, Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 89 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Winston. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Miller is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Groupie for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Levis to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the
Hey, beautiful fucking throw, bro.
Well,
great fucking throw.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Levis now on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Levis looking to throw it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was. And
the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. 1st and 10, it's Levis. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Levis on 3rd down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw it again with Levis. That's good. He caught it. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Jameis going to shift him around.
Flip. White. Green, triple C. Sonic. Where we go?
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Easy. 5 on 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston now. Into the hands of Perry, complete.
Let's go.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Easy. Hey, green, triple C. Flip it.
Here's Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
White. Green, triple C. Sonic. 5-0.
On third down, Winston. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Moore, the man in motion. Third and short. It's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Moore, the motion man. A second down throw from Levis. And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Titans. Chigakonkwo, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Yaya Diaby. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Jameis going to change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Perry. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Levis sets up to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. play action now. Levis. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Meanwhile, Levis is that's taken in by Okonkwo. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And Levis going back to the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Levis to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side.
I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Levis. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He finds his man complete. That's Perry. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run to the wide side here with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. Levis, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Levis. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted across midfield. And the Saints are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they go down to defeat here in